Good morning. This is Dennis Fuchs with the Stearns Conservation District Weekly Update. First off, I'd like to talk a little bit about pruning oaks. Now is a great time to be pruning oaks to avoid the risk of oak wilt infection. I live on the other side of the river in Stearns County, and I've lost over 50% of my oak trees from oak wilt. So it is very important to prune your oak trees at the appropriate time. DNR says now is a great time to prune or cut oak without the risk of oak wilt infection. Winter is also the safest time to remove infected oaks. Oak wilt is an invasive fungal disease spread by sap-eating beetles that can kill all oak species. The disease is common in east central and southeast Minnesota and is expanding north and west. That means Stearns County. In 2024, oak wilt was confirmed for the first time in Carleton and Candido counties, bringing the number of Minnesota counties with known infections to 33. Fortunately, the public can help stop its expansion. Oak wilt is very expensive to treat, but prevention is often effective and much costly, says Brian Schwingle, Forest Health Program Coordinator with the DNR. One of the best ways to help protect oaks is to do any necessary pruning or cutting in the winter, when the risk of infection is virtually non-existent. The DNR says the beetles that carry oak wilt spores become active in warm weather and are attracted to the sap from fresh wounds on trees, such as those made by pruning. It's important to avoid wounding or pruning oaks April through July, the period with the highest risk of spread. In January, Schwingle will lead a webinar about how to identify and prevent wilt as part of the Minnesota Outdoor Skills Stewardship Series. That program has been recorded and available online. Just Google Oak Wilt Control Minnesota DNR. And there's also more information on the DNR website. Just Google DNR's Oak Wilt Management webpage. So there's a lot of stuff to keep in mind with oaks. They're a beautiful tree. I missed a lot of the oak trees that used to be around our place and in our neighborhood. It's amazing how it has jumped across the river into St. Cloud and is moving west. So just be careful. Now's a great time to get those trees pruned and do it now. All right, I just want to talk about one other thing, maybe two. We do have a nutrient management conference coming up here in St. Cloud on Tuesday, February 18th. And it's going to be really covering phosphorus management. And farmers out there that are trying to cut costs may be considering to reduce their phosphorus fertilizer. And this would be a great opportunity to learn more about managing your phosphorus fertilizer and manures. It starts off at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's at the Holiday Inn and Suites right there in St. Cloud at the intersection of Highway 23 and 15. And you can learn more about, let me just say the first series is talking about phosphorus fertilizers and soil testing. At 8 o'clock, 8:10 in the morning, Tim Raditz with the Discovery Farms and Dan Jansky, former outstanding conservationist from Stearns in the St. Augusta area, will be on a panel along with a few other folks, and they're going to talk about boots on the ground, lessons learned from the field. And then we'll also have some additional information about understanding phosphate fertilizers, sources, and agronomic considerations. And then also soil sample results. What should you expect? There is also going to be discussion of phosphorus studies across the Midwest, including folks from Illinois, Nebraska, and Wisconsin and Iowa. And then after lunch, Jason Clark, South Dakota State University, will talk about soil health and phosphorus management. Is there a connection? And at 1:40 in the p.m., Linda Pease will talk about, she's with the University of Minnesota, go Gophers, management practices that minimize edge-of-field phosphorus losses. And now that's a good thing to learn. Any way that we can reduce the phosphorus running off of fields into our streams, lakes, wetlands is a good thing. 2:20, we'll have Melissa Wilson. She's the manure specialist at the University of Minnesota. She's going to talk about manure phosphorus basics. So if you got manure and you're applying manure, it'd be a great opportunity to learn more about how manure contributes to your phosphorus fertility program for your fields. And then it'll wrap up at 3 o'clock with Dan Kaiser with the University of Minnesota. Can you afford to cut phosphorus applications? Which will be a great discussion on how to save some money when times are tight. So it adjourns at 3:40, and you're probably wondering what's it going to cost to attend? How do you register? What's going on? Well, it's $20 to attend, which includes lunch and break items. And you just go online to register. And if you Google St. Cloud Nutrient Management Conference, once again, just Google St. Cloud Nutrient Management Conference, you'll get to the page that you can register online. So once again, that's on Tuesday, February 18th, and it'll be from 8 to 4. And a great time to learn more about how to manage phosphorus fertility for your farm. And then one other quick thing, I just wanted to mention that the Stearns County Pheasants Forever is going to be having their banquet on Saturday, March 8th at the Park Event Center. And we'll be recognizing our outstanding conservationists, Meadowbrook Dairy, which includes John and Mary Lou, Alex and Kirsten, Jake and Sam Udermans. And we also will be recognizing our wildlife habitat steward, Mike and Diane Knoll, along with their daughter and son-in-law, Jenny and Jeff Burgess. So if you can join us March 8th, that starts at 5 p.m. And again, just Google Stearns County Pheasants Forever Banquet, and that'll pop up and you can register right online. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for the work you've been doing out there, all of you. Farmers, landowners, and all. Let's have a great 2025 and stay warm out there. And this has been Dennis Fuchs with your Conservation District Update.